Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and today I'm making ham and baby lima bean soup. If you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Okay, the first thing that I need to do is, this is a 1 pound bag of the baby lima beans, and these have to be soaked. So I'm going to put these in a container and cover these with, it's supposed to have at least 2 inches of water over top. And I'm going to place this in the refrigerator, and I'm going to have it there overnight. And then tomorrow, after this has soaked, then we'll start making the soup. Okay, my beans have been soaking, and I'm going to drain and rinse these, and I'm going to set them aside in a large pot. And I'm just going to put these in the colander. And I'm going to rinse them well and let them drain, and then I'll be putting them in a large pot. And I'm going to repeat that a few times until they're rinsed very well. Okay, you also need about a half a pound of ham cut into cubes. Roughly it's about 2 cups, and I try to do them in slightly smaller than bite-sized pieces. You need water, and it's 8 cups of water. Okay, you need olive oil, about a tablespoon or 2. I love the taste of olive oil. I have a tendency to go overboard. You also need celery, carrots, onions, and you're going to dice all of those, and they're going to be roughly 2 cups each. And you need salt and pepper to taste, about a teaspoon of parsley, and a couple of whole bay leaves. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the beans in a large pot. I'm going to chop up the vegetables, and they're going to go in a smaller pot, and I'm going to cook them in the olive oil until the onions become translucent. And you've seen me do this with other soups. It's the same technique. Okay, I've got all the veggies cut up, and the olive oil is in the bottom. I'm going to cook this about 5 to 7 minutes until the onions are clear, at least slightly translucent. And the rest of this will start to sweat. And I really love the flavor that cooking it like this gives. I don't know what it is. I know there is a term for it, and I've never bothered to look it up, but it's one of my favorites. The reason that I soak the beans overnight is because it makes them so much more tender. I'm going to turn that heat down, and I'm going to come back and stir this every few minutes, about every 2 minutes, I guess, until those onions look translucent. In the meantime, I have cut up the ham, and that's patiently waiting, and the beans are in a larger pot. Okay, this has been cooking for 7 minutes, and the onions are starting to become translucent, but not as much as I'd like. There's a big chunk there that's still not completely translucent, so I'm going to let this go for another 3 minutes, which is going to be a total of 10, and we'll get all this mixed together and get it finished up. Okay, it's been cooking a total of 10 minutes and that's looking pretty good. So, I'm going to add this to the beans. Oh God, I can't believe how good this smells already. And the ham. And 8 cups of water. And I'm going to put a couple of bay leaves in here. And I'm going to bring this over a medium heat to simmer. And I'm going to stir it every so often, maybe every 30 minutes. And this is going to cook for an hour to an hour and a half on a very low simmer. The other spices don't get added until almost the end. So, we'll be back. Okay, this still has about 25 more minutes to go. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to be adding the parsley to it and let it cook for the remaining 10 minutes. And then I honestly don't think it's going to need any salt because of the ham, but I'll be tasting it and see if I have to add any of the salt and pepper. Okay, I'm adding the parsley. And I'm just going to let this cook for about another 5 minutes because it's already starting to thicken up pretty good. I don't need to add water or anything to it. But I'll check it in 5 minutes, but I think that's all it's going to need. And I'll be back. I'm also pulling out the bay leaf. And there's another one in there somewhere. But this is coming together really nice. Okay, I did taste this and it's just fine with the salt. And as far as the pepper, I'm just going to add a little. I don't think it needs that much. So I'm going to put this in a plate and let it cool down a little bit, and then we're going to give it a taste. Okay, I think it's cooled down enough to give it a taste. Well, I'll tell you what, I have not made this in so many years. I actually kind of forget what it tastes like. Oh my goodness. That is really good. Tastes just like I remember it. So if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. And happy creating, everyone. Oh yeah.